Please enjoy this incredible Lifeline Master Series with Andy Dooley. Infinite love and gratitude. Beautiful Andy Dooley. Welcome to the Lifeline. This is called the Master Series with the Master Llama himself, Andy Dooley. Fresh back from Peru. Buddy, thank you so much for taking the time to be on this call with me. I'm so appreciative.
Thank you. Thanks for having me and bringing me into this. This is awesome.
Well, you're awesome, and that's why we're doing this, because it's about awakening an appreciation and gratitude for those that are choosing to show up in the world and live their life authentically and genuinely, courageously, stepping into the ring and following passion and living with purpose. And you are one of those people. And that's a huge inspiration, and it's a huge catalyst for our gorgeous world that we're a part of, because we need more superheroes like you, brother love.
Yes. Well, I'm doing what I can. I'm activating my powers every day.
You are. And actually, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Like a day in the life of Andy Dooley, for you, as you show up in your life as, as a coach, someone who is the co-founder of the Universe Talks, creator of vibration activation, art and science, is you just showing up in the world. Are there certain practices that you have or things that you do to keep yourself in your mojo?
Yes, absolutely. Meditation, of course, that's a big one. Meditate daily. Try to do it twice a day. 15, 20 minutes. Some days are busy and I'll just do 5, but it's better to be consistent than not do it at all. I've created a morning routine and I have an evening routine, and I found having those bookends is really key to maximizing my time and productivity during the day. So morning routine, wake up, meditate. Oftentimes my girlfriend Michelle will meditate together, visualize. I've got a clipboard where I review, what's up for the day, what's the most important things to get done. Then we have hot tea, lemon tea. I love lemon tea with ginger. And then we do some yoga, some stretches. And then I get into like my creative time. Creative time first, reaction time second, because we're so bombarded today with social media and news and meetings that if you check your email first thing in the morning, your head basically explodes, and you can't, it's just danger. Just don't go there, because now you're reacting and you think, oh, just take me 5 minutes, and 20 minutes later, an hour later, you're just sucked into social media and emails. So creative work first, reaction work second. And then I get into my day. And then at the end of the day, I'm getting better at it. It's new for me to really bring it in at the end, but to have a cutoff time where I wind down, I try to get some journaling in. Just how did the day go? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it a disaster? How did it slip away? Or how did I crush it today? Why did I crush it? And then throughout the day, just, reminding myself, let's have fun. Let's have fun. This is all amazing, dream come true, interacting, energy, I use some of the vibration activation tools that I've developed to keep me in alignment. And then of course, when I do coaching calls or making videos or writing, that always brings me so much joy into alignment, creating.
Mm-hmm. And I want to go back to the beginning of your day and meditating. Are you still in bed when you're meditating, or do you have a place in a space where you go out and then you go to meditate and then you go into the ginger lemon tea?
I used to make jokes about, you wake up in the morning and you're like, I'll just meditate in bed. You can't. For me. I get up and I go into my music room and I sit on the couch And I have an app I use on my phone, and it has a timer built in. It's got this great background music that just really works for me. Or I'll use one of the Abraham Hicks guided vortex meditations.
Right.
And so, yeah, I get up specifically and go sit in a specific room in a specific place.
Okay, cool. I actually meditate in bed.
You do?
Yeah, I'm a bed meditator.
Rock on, man.
Club med bed. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there is times where I do wake up. Like this morning I woke up and like there was the first 5 minutes before I knew I was going to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Where I just, just gently spoke to myself and was like, today's going to be great. And I love you, Andy. And you're on track. Things are unfolding. Today's going to be nice. Like how blessed am I to wake up again in my bed. I have my health. I have a roof. I get to go to Peru, get to talk to Darren.
Brother love. That's so beautiful. Well, you know what? I find in everyone that I do interviews with across the board that there's a practice.
Yeah.
Rather than a perfect. And it's not like you just get there and then it's taken care of and I never have to pedal anymore going up the mountain. It's like, it's just the journey. What's your take on stress? What's your take on the struggles or the stuckness of life? What does that mean to you?
Did you say the stuckness? The
stuckness, the struggles, the stress, when when we find ourselves in those moments where we're, just it's quicksand rather than the flow and the mojo. What's your take on stress?
Stress to me, it's the result of letting all the stuff, the illusion of reality consume you, and you're forgetting that you're the one creating it, and it's really your opportunity to go, wow, step back, I created this. And am I addicted to this? Some people, we all have our things where we get addicted to the drama, to the pain, this is how I prove myself. I put on so much and I do so much. I'm so stressed. And so of course you pile all that on you, you're going to become stressed because you're forgetting who you are. You're forgetting you're the creator. And so that's where you have to shift out of it. I call it surfing the waves of contrast. You never get rid of contrast. Nobody. The only people without contrast are dead. And so you can surf the waves of contrast, or you can be, drowned in the waves of contrast. And it's changing your focus. It's changing your thoughts. It's snapping out of it and go, wait a minute. I created this and it's not going to kill me. I can change this. It's your perception.
Oh man, that is the ultimate word, perception, right?
Right.
Let's step back. You and I, we're on a spaceship and we're going around the dark side of the moon, and we've got Pink Floyd playing Shine On You Crazy Diamond. And here we are, and we come around the dark side of the moon, and there's Mother Earth. And what's amazing about that is Mother Earth has a North Pole and a South Pole. It's got a contrast. It's got a positive and negative. So it's a part of this atmosphere contained on this planet. And it is. And it's really cool because I love what you're saying. We, on one level or another, have created it. I love what you said as far as that people become addicted to it. I'd love a little bit further expansion on that. What's that all about from your point of view? As a vibration activation, being of light, what is the addiction to stress about?
Yeah, it's, we started at a young age. Oftentimes we get it from our parents. It can even be into the genes where this is how people prove themselves at a young age, because so much, at a young age, so many of us are taught we're worthless, we're not good, you shut up, don't say anything, be quiet. And so in order to prove ourselves, we think, well, I'm going to take on this and this and this and this, and we take on so much. And then that's how we kind of start to validate ourselves, and we feel look, I'm somebody. And then somebody says, wow, you're doing great. Wow, you're amazing. And so we start to get addicted to that. Well, if I take on a lot of stuff and help everybody else, then I'll get recognized. Then I'll be loved. That's what we just want to be loved. And so we have crazy ways, vehicles of getting to that love. And some of them aren't positive and constructive. We're trying to meet our needs. Some ways we meet our needs are very destructive, and some ways can be very empowering and positive.
Yeah.
And we can get addicted to negative ways to meet. We just want to be loved. We just want to be heard. We want to feel like we're making a difference. And so we just keep do it. We get addicted to the drama. We get addicted to putting ourselves last and putting everyone else first. And yeah, we wire our brains that way.
Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. It's wild. It is. It's wild, the whole perceptual aspect of things. And I tell you, what you just said is ultimate. This is why I wanted to talk to you, because that is a masterful appreciation of our mindset, of our mood, of our emotions, of the lens that we have, and the hamster wheel trap that we get caught in. That kind of view just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. And to me, I've got a personal question for you, my friend.
Okay.
Would you say that there was a moment, a turning point, a defining moment in your life where you started to see the reality of the illusion of the reality, that you started to recognize your own experiences that helped you to be in this place where you now have a practice and live not only in your own life, consciously creating day after day, but you're empowering thousands of people around the world to do the same thing? Would you say that there was a turning point for you, or awakening for you, or a moment that was defining where that became an aha for you?
Yeah, I think it was back in 2007 when my life really fell apart. And, it was the worst time of my life. I was financially broke. I owed the IRS. I was in love and it didn't work out, and I was brokenhearted. My back had gone out because of all the stress and how I started playing the victim of life and forgetting who I am. And that was a turning point in my life where I really made a decision to turn my life around and really, figure out what was going on and how I created this. Because I was playing the blame game. It wasn't my fault. It was my mom's fault. It was my brother's fault. It was Deepak Chopra's fault.
Damn Deepak Chopra.
I know. So that was a definite turning point in my life where I was like committed to really studying and going deeper, because I had a lot of success up to that point and I thought I had it all figured out. And then I realized, no, I don't have it figured out at all. And then there are lots of little breakthroughs and moments from attending other workshops and seminars. Tony Robbins was a big influence on me. I went to some of his big conferences and had lots of breakthroughs there, doing improv comedy, Toastmasters, acting classes. I mean, there are a lot of big aha moments of how I thought I had it, but I didn't have it. And I was still trapped in my own crap.
It's wild. It's wild because that moment of darkness where it looks like the stage is coming to a close, it's dead end block. It's like one more brick in the wall. It's so fascinating as human beings how that is a common theme. It is. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's in our DNA. The story, Joseph Campbell's The Hero with 1,000 Faces. I mean, it's that story. We start off on the journey. call to adventure. We enter a new world. We find out who's good, who's bad. We have some success, but generally speaking, something happens, and we have that dark soul of the night, or there's a loss of a loved one or something, and we have to look within ourselves we have to go into the cave where it's the scariest. But then we come out of it, and we return home with the sword, the ring, the magic words, whatever, to share it with everyone else.
Brother Love, I love that your journey and your reclamation of your own power through your own struggles and your authenticity of expressing yourself and your ability to clearly express it through, you're an author of 2 books, you teach, you just got back from Peru, you and your brother were, the pictures that I saw on Facebook. I mean, how epic. How epic. Give me a quick story as far as what Peru was like for you. Tell me what that experience was all about for you.
It was really empowering and magical. There were 60 people, and me and Mike, we would take turns doing talks in the morning, getting everyone, focused and dialed in on what they want to create when they get home and what's preventing them from creating that. And then we go out into the mountains, the Andeans mountains of Peru, and go to the historical, Machu Picchu and Sacsayhuaman. And the train ride up to Machu Picchu was great. And it was really great because this time we were so much more focused on getting the group to interact and share and connect with one another. And that was really empowering and fun. And, I love doing guided visualizations for them. So we always had great music in the room that we were meeting in. I'd play the music and I have them visualize the end result and feel the emotion and have this incantation they would do. And it was so empowering and wow, I get to do this.
Yeah, you're amazing.
It's amazing. And they were so appreciative of my stories and the tools that I was sharing and giving them, and then just being able to just hang out and be in Peru. It was amazing.
Amazing. I mean, you're just making such a huge difference. And, it's cool because I first met you at the Celebrate Your Life in Chicago. You and I and Joe Dispenza were hanging out, and you and I had very similar shirts that were on. And and Joe's like, where do I get a shirt like this? Yeah, very funny. I still owe Joe a shirt like that. I said I was going to send it, and I haven't. In love and gratitude. But then we, at the 20th anniversary of Celebrate Your Life in Arizona, in Phoenix, Michelle and you and I at the authors dinner just got into a really kick-ass conversation. And it was, it's one of those moments that, you meet and it's like all of a sudden, wow, here's this really cool heart connection. And, you're someone who's doing it, living it, sharing it, got your calling. And you're like, Darren, what is it that you do? And you were just so passionately engaged in wanting to know about the LifeLine technique. And we started a friendship, and it's really cool. And as a result, I was able to share my passion of LifeLine with you. And so it's, it's neat because I love that, you're a game changer in the world for so many people. And I feel so blessed that I got to share LifeLine with you. What was your experience with LifeLine like? What was that as far as who you are and what you've been through and what what was your experience like in having a LifeLine session?
It was so much fun and really connected me to my essence, my soul. And I love the part where I had this, I went back to a time where I was 4 years old and I was I had eye surgery when I was born with cross eyes. And being able to express myself had always been difficult. It might not seem like that now, but in high school and even through college, really expressing my real emotions. I could talk and share, but I mean, like how I really felt and being in touch with my emotions and feeling like my voice, like I was afraid to be vulnerable. And so I recall this amazing memory when I did the Lifeline with you of being in the hospital, and I was 4 years old, and my parents came to check on me to see how I was doing. And I was, I just kind of remember them looking at me and me wanting to cry, but I don't know where I got it, but not being able to allow myself to cry in front of them. It was like, and so it was like I repressed that voice, I repressed that emotion. And so when I went through the process with you, I got so emotional and I cried, and I was able to release that block of it wasn't safe to share. And so that was really powerful. It was beautiful. So beautiful. And then something about the war, it was amazing. I mean, for days, I was buzzing around being like, infinite love and gratitude. And it's still written on my mirrors on Post-it notes.
Good boy. I got them everywhere.
I know. Infinite love and gratitude. I mean, those words strung together are so powerful. Infinite love and gratitude.
It's neat. I didn't know what's neat about the Lifeline, it's non-content. So it's not about telling anyone's story or anything like that. So I didn't know that that's what that brought you back to when we went to the original currents of the core limiting belief. I didn't realize that 4-year young memory was associated with that, and the emotion that had activated was associated. That's so cool. That's so interesting. It's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. It's so cool what Lifeline can tap into and release for anybody. Really powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is, it's, we all are emotional beings. And as you were saying, from getting addicted to the story and the emotion and what drives us to behave or think in a certain way, that oftentimes is driven by something that is not our best self, is other than our best self. As a teacher, as an author, as someone who travels and empowers people around the world, why would you recommend, whether it be to, people that follow you or students, coaches, why would you recommend learning the Lifeline technique?
Because you have created a program that enables people to tap into it and go through a whole process where they can do what you do. You and I and others are somewhat of a rare breed to create a whole body of work and content. That's not the easiest thing to do. But so many people have the desire and passion to want to contribute and give back and free themselves and free others. And so your program is like the whole thing mapped out. It takes people through the whole program, and they can do the work that you do and have that impact and change their lives, change the others' lives. So, I mean, you're handing them it on a golden platter, a platter of infinite love and gratitude that they can take and do what you do, and they can do it their way, and they can reach people that only they can reach. They're not going to you can't reach everybody. I can't reach everybody, but they can reach the people that only they can reach, who only can hear from them. They don't want to hear it from you. They don't know you. They don't know me, but they can hear it so that person who jumps on board and runs with it, their audience will appear. Mike gives the metaphor of, hold up your light and your audience, your tribe will appear. So you've got to take that step and become a facilitator of Lifeline, and you hold up your light, people will show up who are ready to hear it from you.
Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, build it, brother love, and they will come. Shoeless Joe. I'm shoeless Dr. D right now. So, buddy, I so appreciate you, and I so appreciate what you're doing in the world and choosing to show up, because that is the sign of a master. And if you, as there's a lot of people that are listening right now and watching, you and I talk, somebody really struggling in a tough place, really just on the edge of their own emotional addiction. Last words of advice right here. What do you say?
I say it's never too late. It is never too late. And the fact that you're watching this proves that you are being guided to something greater that has always been within you. And this is your time. It's not too late. It doesn't matter how messed up and how bad it's been. You're in the right place at the right time. You've been summoned here, and you can move. You will get through this. Your best days are ahead of you. It will get better.
So beautiful. My one of my best friends, his name is Michael Fine, and I've known him since I was, I don't know, since we were born. Our parents were best friends. But he 4 years ago was in a car accident, head-on car accident. His left arm was ripped from his body, and he, infinite love and gratitude, has come through a completely different person. He goes, I don't want my arm back. He goes, what I've awakened to, the gratitude and the blessing that I live with every day, it is more than what the arm could never do that. It's like, it's such a blessing. That's exactly what you're saying. When people are struggling and suffering, that point of darkness is the beginning of light. And I appreciate you holding up your light and being such a great person. Most of all, I so appreciate you as a friend. And hey, have a rockin' amazing rest of your day. And let's take that trip around the moon sometime. I'd like to rent a shuttle with you and turn on some Pink Floyd and rock it out.
Totally. Thank you, Darren, for what you bring to humanity at this time of great awakening, and for your heart and your soul. Everything you put into it is just beautiful and inspirational, and the ripples that you're sending out are being felt on the edges of the universe by beings that we can't even imagine.
I can't wait to meet them.
I know.
I love you, buddy. Infinite love and gratitude. Have an amazing rest of your day, and send my love to Michelle, and thank you once again.
Yes, love to you and everyone else in your family.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
I hope you enjoyed this Lifeline Master Series with Andy Dooley as much as I did. Click on the link below to learn more about the Lifeline Technique, where you'll receive 3 free videos. One about muscle reflex testing, the next about the triune brain theory, and the third is the secret sauce of infinite love and gratitude. Click on the link below, and we'll see you on the other side. Infinite love and gratitude.